Welcome back. Joining me is Executive Director of the Pittsburgh chapter of NORML, Patrick Nightingale. Patrick, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
Have a
Thank
seat.
you.
Now, Patrick, you and I have met several times at this point. It's always a pleasure to see you because, one, I'm a huge fan of marijuana, and you are a huge fan of marijuana.
Absolutely. I've been the Executive Director of Pittsburgh NORML now for the past 5 years, working hard to bring comprehensive cannabis reform right here to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Okay, I've got some hard-hitting questions about marijuana for you. My first one is, what's your favorite strand?
My favorite strain is Death Star, and my fiance and I have moved into the wide and wonderful realm of concentrates, and I would say either Death Star Shatter or Chemdog Shatter.
Okay. Death Star is actually indigenous to Ohio. A lot of people don't know that.
That's what I've heard. So, nice and close to home.
Absolutely. Now, I got to ask myself, I like to veg out. I like to hang out when I'm stoned. I can't really go out and do a lot of activities. Other people aren't like that. What are some of the things you like to do after smoking cannabis?
A wide variety. Sometimes I'll take the dog for a walk. We live close to a park, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to get out and enjoy some of the beautiful nature that we have here in Pittsburgh. I'm also a musician and enjoy either picking up the guitar or getting down and banging on the drums a little bit, and vegging out and kicking back and watching some television. Daily Show or Colbert Report is always a favorite of my fiance's and I.
Oh, absolutely. Now, serious hard-hitting journalism right now. Most states, when they get into the talks of marijuana reform or medical marijuana reform, it always goes directly to medical marijuana. How do we skip that? Can't we just go straight to decriminalization?
Well, the issue that we have is we've been fed a reefer madness mentality for the past 40 years. We've been told that marijuana is a Schedule I controlled substance with absolutely no medicinal benefit and with a high potential for abuse. And that's a very difficult stereotype and a very difficult, standard to overcome. So, what we've found is that a great entree, a great way to start convincing people that marijuana is not this demon weed, the devil's lettuce that we've been told for so many years, is to show that not only is it not harmful, but it has tremendous medical efficacy. That started in 1996 in California with Proposition 215 and is now sweeping across the country with a total of 21 medicinal states permitting their citizens to use medicinal marijuana. And what we believe will bolster our argument towards full legalization is that we will have studies from these states showing no increase in teen marijuana abuse, no increase in marijuana-related DUIs, and an increase in people who are using a safe and non-toxic medicine.
That's amazing. Patrick, I have maybe one more question for you. And actually, I asked this one to a friend of ours that we share as John Hagers. Who's your favorite Scooby-Doo character?
Oh, Shaggy, of course.
Of course, Shaggy. Everybody goes
How can it not
Shaggy.
be Shaggy?
Patrick, always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for all the great information. Before you leave, though, where can we find more information about NORML?
PittsburghNormal.org. That's NORML.org. We're active on Facebook, and our parent organization, NORML, the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. Also, I'd like to put a shout out to the Pittsburgh NORML Women's Alliance. My beautiful fiancée, Teresa Collins, is the regional coordinator of that organization, and we would strongly encourage all of our supporters and anyone who's interested in cannabis reform to check us out online and to support our efforts and NORML's efforts nationwide. Thank you very much.
Next time, you're coming on as a musical guest.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Patrick. You have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming on. Patrick Nightingale, everybody. Thanks, Gaucho.